Alright, I told you I probably have to put this on 2 parts. We just had an awesome day today. I'm going to show you Lance's stuff. Well, I'm going to show you boys' stuff. You didn't hear me say that. It's boys' stuff. He's found all kinds of pieces and parts, just like we all did. It's just like a field had just been turned, but it hadn't. I mean, nothing at all has been done to it except a 3-inch ring since the last time I walked it. And you couldn't have found a piece nowhere that I knew of. And went down there today, and all this stuff laying out. So 3-inch ring makes a big difference, even on ground that's been trumped to death. It's a pretty good pickwick Lance found. Just the tip broke off of it. I was glad he found him some stuff though. He was tickled. I was tickled for him. He was about to get down in the mouth and he come across this one right here. That's a really sweet piece. It's got some old damage on it. The ear has been wore off and reworked, and the base likewise. That's a real pretty piece right there. I was glad he found it. Let's see what it looks like. A little moisture on it. May not make no difference. Well, I was glad I could be out with them again today. We don't get to go a whole lot. I'm going to show you my stuff first because a woman, she just stole the show today. Big old chunk of shirt of some kind, got a worked edge on it. Same deal here. It's funny, it just looks like orange slices. You know, you can see the rough material. They just knocked off some Gore-Tex and made them a serpentine edge for a chopper or whatever. I like to bring that material home from down there because it's some beautiful stuff. Of course, a lot of it appears like it'd be rough napping. A lot of the striped hornstone and whatnot. Let me cut this off just a minute. I want to kill this air. Back with you. Yeah, this stuff, it's got this grain kind of that runs through it. You can see that. And it's probably some rough material to work. But if they could ever get a point out of that, that's some beautiful material right there. Another big old orange slice that they just worked an edge on right there. And I found my usual, just broken pieces and bits and tips. That would have been a cool drill right there. A little bitty thing. Thin. Of course, some of these tools over here, you know, they're not broken. They're complete. And then another tool. And there's some other things that we found that they're not perfect, but they're artifacts nonetheless. Nice little blunt you see me pull out. Found this at Dana. Every one of us found some stuff. That means a whole lot. Blunt. Another little blunt. Interface scraper. It's not a bad piece. It's pickwick with that tip reworked on it. Another one, pretty much the same scenario. It's rough on the tips. Found this and I put it with my decent ones because it's definitely decent. I wish that thing had all been there. Tip broke off of that. That's the same material that the other Capena Classic was made out of. As thin as paper. Keep on, maybe we'll find another one down there sometime soon. Found this one. This is the first piece I found today. It's got some tip damage on it. You see me find this, and I was going to show it to you because I've never found a piece where the actual break was laying right there already with it. And you see how that looks fire popped that we all talk about? Well, you know, I don't know whether we can say that's fire pop or not. This was laying there. It's apparent that it's not been in a fire. Was it just loose on there and waited to be knocked off by something, or if it was caused by, you know, something else? Doesn't seem to have any impact on this edge that would have broke it off. But could never tell it if I didn't show you, could you? Found this piece right here, and I think it's probably a Capena articulate, or it's in the shape of a beaver lake, but that base is not ground. And I think Candy Creek is similar in shape to that. That could possibly be what it is. That tip on it too has been reworked. I like that. It's got some nice flaking on it. And then this, I guess, would be my find of the day. I believe it's a small example of a buzzard roost. Not a bad piece. Wasn't a bad piece. Fortunate it didn't break. Okay. Here's what woman found. Found her a hafted scraper. She didn't know it was an artifact, so I had to tell her this is her very first time having gone looking. I went to them this morning and I asked for a raise of hands of who wanted to go with me to the old stomping grounds, and boy didn't say nothing, and woman didn't say nothing. Neither did dog say anything, but finally they consented to going, and I think they're both glad that they went, and I'm certainly glad that they went. That's a pretty nice little piece that she found. And this one here, I mentioned it might, you know, it ain't no ragged basin. Them things are made too well for that. But it is, you know, when you get over yonder somewhere and look at it, it favors the shape of one. But there's a lot of things that shape like something that isn't necessarily what it is. I believe it's just an Adena type blade. Some damage on this back end. And you know, some of these pieces is just hard to tell which end's which. You know, it's kind of favoring the turkey tail from down on this end. Possibly the tips broke, or either way. But it's still a pretty nice find. Glad she found it. And of course, the find of the day, and all of you seen it. She hollered at me. I was on one end of the field and she was on the other. And she hollered all the way down the other end of the field and wanted me to come. And I told her, I said, mark it with a stick. And she said, she hollered loud enough, she said, I don't want to leave it. And I can see why now. That's a beautiful piece. It's 4 1/4 inches long. told you that happened. I mean, somebody that don't care nothing about artifacts, you know, they always just excel. And it's that way with anything. Don't know really exactly what to call it. When I first seen it, I thought them looked like notches down here on this lower end. I'll get that where you can see it. But I don't really know if they would be or not. I felt of this, and it feels ground on both edges right here. But then when you get up in here, it's apparent that it's just dull. You know, this is no sharper than this is right up here, or no duller either. It's just dulled. So it was probably that way, common sense wise. So I'm saying it's not. I don't believe it's a Cobb's, because they tend to have bevels. This one doesn't have any beveling. Could be a Stanfield, but I'm going to guess an Adena blade. It's got some beautiful flaking on it. I was so proud of her. Been trying to buy it off of her ever since we left them down there, and she just won't buy it. Or I've been trying to trade with her. But got a little bit of looks like a little bit of modern damage right there, and a little bit right there. Probably where it was dug up out of the ground, but it don't look like it was done this year. It don't look just real fresh, you know, but it apparently was done after the point was manufactured. Now these little nicks right here, they're ancient, or notches if that's what they were. That tip right there, it's got a flake. It runs off this side here. Looks broken from that side, but on this side you can see the flake. It runs off of it. But anyway, there it is. Make a call on it if you will. She'd like to hear from you. She's anxious actually to see how this video gets, you know, what reaction it gets. And so if you watch, I'd appreciate it if you'd comment, and hope you enjoy the video. Oh yeah, guys, I meant to show you my real find of the day before I forgot it. I figured some of you would be asking about it. But you look, what a piece. Can't even get it all in the camera. Pretty symmetrical. There's beautiful patina on that, isn't it? I wonder if Putty Old Man 52 can replicate that. Later.